back for another car feature video. Today we have Dan and his S14. You were saying that you've had this car for quite a few years, right? Like 12 odd years ago?
Yeah, man, yeah. Bought it back in 08 when I was a young 18-year-old. Yeah, never looked back, really.
You bought this thing from a car that was pretty stock standard back then?
It was a stock standard SR20DET. It was originally a black car, same wheels on it, same body mods that you see now. It was pretty trick for back then. There was actually two of them that come into the country that were the same. So there was two of them that were black, same flares, same guards, but the other one had SSR wheels on it.
So the flares on these, are they metal?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, all steel, all done in Japan. I don't know where. That's the biggest mystery about this car, is I don't know much about where or how it originated or where it came from as far as the bodywork went. They're all steel, which is kind of cool because, well, back then there wasn't really much of that around. You know, everybody was all fiberglass. So
your steel is so much nicer, especially on a street car. If you do want to do the odd skid and get a bit of tyre slap, you're not going to absolutely destroy your fiberglass guards.
Not going to blow it apart, which is quite cool.
What front bumper is on this?
More than I can tell you. And that's exactly it, man. This is how it came from Japan. I don't know, because it looks like it's all custom molded. So I don't know what it would have even started life as.
So you obviously retained SR. This was rebuilt. You rebuilt this at some point.
Yeah, it's done about 5,000 k's. This motor. It's a second rebuild. I did one on it when I was. So I got the car, had it about 6 months, and thrashing the shit out of it as you do with a new toy, and cracked the ring lamp. So I rebuilt the bottom end just quickly when I was an apprentice. I drove it for a few years more and did some big bolt-ons and stuff, and we were at the track one day at Ruapuna, and I did a head gasket, 20 pounds of boost on a big turbo on a standard head gasket, so it didn't really go that well. So from there we did a bit of a build on it, so it's all forged and all the bells and whistles done on it.
Forged pistons, forged rods.
Yeah, forged pistons, forged rods, ACL race bearings, steel Cosworth head gasket, ARP head stud kit. It's got some custom rapid cams in it, some heavier valve springs. It's had a port and polish and port match manifolds. So yeah, it's had a bit of a bit of overkill really.
What turbo are you running with all that?
It's a Wholeset HX 3582.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, single scroll. It's a big turbo, like it is big, but it's responsive for a big turbo, so it's good. It delivers all the power that this thing needs.
You're not running a standalone ECU in this, are you?
It's factory Nismo or Nissan ECU with a NIS tune in it. So we just went with a simple NIS tune. It's got a standalone boost controller. It's got a gizmo. It's a 5-stage boost controller.
You're saying it's like what, 370 horse?
Yeah, 370 at the wheels, 410 or 15 at the flywheel.
Out of a street car, that's plenty enough to have some fun with.
It is. It's plenty for the street, and to be fair, it's good amount for the street and then good for the track too. So it's kind of cool.
As you take this to chrome and stuff like that.
Yeah, just about every chrome. Been up to North Island a couple of times with it. Up to Jamboree, up to chrome up there. That was quite cool.
Sort of clutch and stuff you're running in this.
It's got an XE 5-puck ceramic clutch in it with a sprung centre. So it's heavy duty. It's enough. It's not a real aggressive clutch, but it's enough that it's good for street use as well. Originally I had a JKK heavy duty in it, and it didn't really last that long, didn't go that well, so a bit more research and talking to a few guys from Excedi and stuff, and they sort of come up with this option, which is quite good, and it's been in there for, I put this car together maybe nearly 4 years ago now. Yeah. So other than that, it's a factory gearbox, same gearbox has been in it since I had it. Diff's just an R200. It is quite tight diff, but it's all just standard running gear.
Obviously you had these work wheels on it when you brought it, so it was already 5-stud and stuff when you got it.
Yep.
Is this a factory turbo car?
Nah, so this started life as a non-turbo auto car.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so obviously it was all 5-stud converted and turboed and that when I bought it, so it had all the work done to it. What it had originally, it had Cusco adjustables in it, which were only spring rate adjustable. Obviously the lower you went, the softer the spring rate got, and vice versa if you went higher. So for what I needed, it didn't really work. I ended up binning those a while ago, and I went to D2s. Now we've got platform adjustable as well as spring rate adjustable, and I spent quite a bit of time getting the spring rate right and getting the setup right to where it wouldn't rub and wouldn't do silly things, but was still enough squat to give it a good amount of traction. It did have Cusco arms and stuff in it. They all sort of wore out after years of use, so I went with Hack-On arms. Hack-On arms front and rear, and sort of set it all up how I wanted it to handle and do what I needed it to do.
So you have too many more plans for this thing in the future?
To be fair, I just sort of enjoy driving it, to be fair. Obviously more horsepower would be cool, But nah, not really. Like I sort of built it and now I just want to drive it. Like it spent 3 years in the garage looking real sad for itself when I sort of pulled it off the road and all that. So I sort of just want to enjoy it a bit more now, you know. Like I said, you hop in it in turnkey and go to the full and rotary events and stuff like that, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But more horsepower one day maybe, but having other cars in the stables that require more money and more attention at the moment. So yeah, maybe one day.
You're definitely taking the time to enjoy your car is good. So many people, I know I'm guilty of this as well, get caught up in just building and never actually get to enjoy your car. When you do get it finished, you drive for a few months and then you start doing more work to it and it's off the road again for another couple of years. Yeah,
exactly. Well, I've had this thing for 12 years and I think it might have spent something like 6 years of its life sitting in the garage. So it's pretty sad when you look at it like that. Just kind of want to enjoy it, which is sort of what we build them for, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the building process is definitely a lot of fun and I enjoy the hell out of that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, enjoying them and driving them and putting road miles on them too is pretty high on my priority list.
Yeah, like I said, you enjoy building it, but building it yourself, going to drive it, you get way more satisfaction out of driving something that you've put so much time and effort into doing yourself.
100%. Yeah, you appreciate that a lot more, I reckon.
Yeah.
You sort of just appreciate the fact that, you know, you're doing the build and you're doing things and you're thinking, oh, this is so much money and this is so much time and is it really worth it? And then you get the end product and you're like, oh wow, it was really worth it, you know? It was worth that extra bit of money and that extra bit of time to do that, to make it, you know?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah.
Are these the original seats that came in this car when you got it?
So I put these in it. Originally I had factory seats.
Oh yeah.
So factory seats are all cool except for when you don't want to end up in the passenger seat and passenger in the driver's seat, vice versa. So so I got these. It's got KW mounts and sliders and then these broad seats, and we got the rear seat. That's a factory rear seat, just reupholstered to match. So I put them in it when I painted it and did all the rest of it. So yeah.
You said this car's factory, well not factory, but originally when you brought it was black. How long ago did you get it painted this blue?
So this blue is, I think, nearly 4 years old. Black cars are cool, black cars always look good, but they're so hard to maintain and so hard to keep clean and tidy. Back then I was doing a lot of road miles and it didn't take long for the car to look really average. Yeah, just decided, I had a vision, I sort of wanted, you know, a real nice blue with the shiny wheels and it had a bit of a look that I wanted for it. A mate of mine, Ben, at BGM Refinishing, made this colour. So he made this colour. It's the only colour that, well, there's similar colours to it, but he made this colour for this car. We sort of went to work and did a full colour change on it, and he did a real good job.
A lot of you guys watch my channel. I painted my Sylvia blue, and this colour is real similar, but it's a little bit lighter than the blue that's on my S14. And I don't know. I think there's just something about blue S14s that just looks sick.
Yeah, I agree.
Like the amount of heads that this thing turns.
Yeah?
Yeah. Everyone you're going by is like...
That's good, eh?
Yeah.
I don't really notice it too much, but it does stand out, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I've seen photos and stuff of it, like when we went to Manfield and stuff like that. You see photos after the events and you see that everybody on the track, you're like, fuck, there it is there, like it stands out.
Yeah.
It's quite good, eh? Got when last time I went to Jambo up in Palmy, I think I brought home 4 awards, which is quite cool.
Do you have an Instagram?
Yeah, if anybody wants to have a look at my Instagram, it's dan.howarth96.96. So it's nothing special, but yeah, that's I don't post too often, but that's where my stuff is. So occasionally I'll put up bits and pieces.
I'll also chuck a link in the description below to Dan's Instagram, so if you want to go and check it out, keep up to date with this, go do it. But that'll probably wrap for this one, guys. Cheers for showing us the car, man.
All good, man.
It's pretty awesome.
Thanks, bro.
And yeah, so you know the deal, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Sweet. Peace.